This is Ghost Story on our 31 spooky movies of Halloween. Ghost Story is a 1981 supernatural horror film that takes its sweet, sweet time getting to the scares. Now, if you're the kind of person who likes your horror movies to really stretch out the suspense to the point where you kind of forget you're watching a horror movie sometime and not a slow-moving family drama, then boy, is this the movie for you? But don't scroll off just yet, because there is some good things in this film. Now, Ghost Story follows four elderly gentlemen who call themselves the Chowder Society and gather once a week to tell ghost stories, because apparently this is what old retired men in New England do with their spare time. But it turns out these guys aren't just sharing spooky campfire tales for fun, no. They're also sharing a dark, decades-old secret, and this secret has come back to haunt them, quite literally. The movie starts off promising enough. There's a freaky death, a creepy dream sequence, and you're thinking, okay, this is gonna get good. And then it doesn't. At least not for a while. We spend a lot of time getting to know the old farts of the Chowder Society, and while it is absolutely lovely to see legends like Fred Astaire, John Houseman, and Melvin Douglas on screen, you can't help but feel like this is a movie about senior citizens about to become ghosts themselves due to old age. Now, don't get me wrong. There are moments where Ghost Story absolutely shines. The opening scene, for instance, gives you a taste of what's to come. There are some eerie, ghostly apparitions, unsettling dream sequences, and a few well-timed jump scares that remind you that this is, in fact, a horror movie and not just some geriatric thirst trap. But here's the thing. Ghost Story is a slow burn, and I mean slow. There's building tension, and then there's, oh my God, why am I still watching these old men talk about nothing while I wait for anything to happen? The pacing is so lethargic at times that you start wondering if this movie was secretly made as a meditation on old age and the slow, inevitable march of time. Maybe the real horror is realizing that you're going to spend most of this film just watching four old men in suits just talking. Now, again, there's lots of good things to this movie. And one of those good things, as a matter of fact, the saving grace of Ghost Story, is Alice Krige. Alice Krige plays the mysterious and vengeful woman at the heart of the Chowder Society's dark secret, and let me tell you, she is the best part of the movie by far. Krige brings a sensuality and a sinister edge to the role that absolutely electrifies the screen whenever she shows up. Whether she's alive and charming the pants off the young Chowder Society members, quite literally I might add, or appearing as a ghostly, decayed figure that'll haunt your nightmares. Krige steals every single scene that she's in. She's captivating, chilling, and honestly, probably too good for this movie. Other than the old men, there's this whole subplot about a guy who gets caught up in a mystery after his brother dies under mysterious circumstances. David's grief, his romantic entanglements with a woman who may or may not be a ghost, and his investigation into his father's past. Let's just say, as far as plot elements go, this one certainly exists. That said, when the movie works, it really works. The scares are few and far between, but when they do come, they are effective, genuinely creepy. There are some beautiful moments, as far as, being a horror fan goes, like Eva's decayed corpse suddenly appearing on the bed, or a ghostly hand bursting through the frozen surface of a lake. This film doesn't rely on cheap jump scares. It builds a sense of dread slowly, methodically, and when it finally lets loose, the tension really pays off. And the ending to this movie, oh my gosh, great ending. So in conclusion, Ghost Story could have been a classic if it had only picked up the pace a little bit and dialed back on the melodrama a notch or 5. There are elements for a great horror movie here, a chilling mystery, some scary moments, and a knockout performance from Alex Krieg. But the film's insistence on dragging its feet, combined with its tendency to take itself way too seriously and way too dry, keep it from reaching its full potential. But if you have the patience, perhaps you would like to add Ghost Story to your list of 31 spooky movies of Halloween.